Okay, I think this is going. At least it's supposed to be live. Hello, no one, and, well, welcome to the cold, deep, dark embrace of the voice. The void. I can mute that. And leave that on live chat. No, don't need. That's good enough. We're going to set that there. Go to this. Start bringing this down. Because I'm working on dumb stuff for my avatar, but apparently in Paint. It's like, even though I went through and did all this to get rid of this, it didn't fucking do it. But I figured since I've been kind of having fun working on this shit, I'd just talk to nobody. Or maybe talk to somebody, I don't know, I haven't decided how things are going yet. Oh, itch. Get some of these little dots. And that whole thing. Yeah, going ahead and, you can see down in this corner where my cursor is going behind that, the avatar. Everything blends through it, actually, and it's like, yeah, I'm actually super stoked to figure that out. It took me forever. It was a pain in the ass to realize, at the end of it, I had also turned it to a PNG instead of a JPEG file. Because the PNG is what keeps it transparent. So, for the no one that's watching, and that whole thing, can switch back over to you. Oh, yeah, you can't see everything I can, so let's go over to this real quick and... Okay, that is a... Oh, I'll back out real quick. I'm getting some douchey shades for my avatar. Because if you've seen my Twitter, you've seen that I've done the monocle and the mustache, because the mustache is similar to what I have, actually, as a mustache. The mustache on my avatar, being that it's a cartoon one, is better. But I figured since I'm doing this anyways, well, might as well get a fucking stream out. I mean, nobody else is streaming, so... Well, I'm sure there's plenty of people streaming. Nobody I care to watch is streaming currently. But the only way that would change is if, like, Johnny Hellcat starts streaming. He's like, hey, let's play some Phasmophobia. Instead, it's just me. Going through and putting a whole bunch of shit on in people's Discord. To be like, hey, here I'm shilling myself, trying to get myself out there. I think I'm going to try my luck on Twitch as well. I don't know what I want to play. Might play some retro old PS2 games since I finally got... I shouldn't say finally got the emulator working. Finally figured out how to work it properly. Because then I can do something like this where I have my avatar there but keep the fucking game in the background. And maybe I'll play some Mega Man X Command missions because that's a dumb fun game. What else to talk about for now? Yeah, and of course now when I start talking on this, like talking to myself at work while working a palletizer, my voice feels fine. It doesn't feel hoarse. I start doing this for fucking 30 seconds, it feels like, and I start going raspy, and it's... what am I gonna do? It doesn't help, I also have to pee. Again. Which is irritating as hell. But you can go on this. Yeah, using paint.net because it's cheap and free, and I kind of have started to understand it better. But like any program, the more you use it, the better you get with it. God, man, I watched Trippy on one of these one day. Trippy Cast. Or Trippy Poop, as some people know him as. Dude busted out like 6 layers or something for the background to start figuring it because he was going to make something or other. Dude, within like 3 minutes, the motherfucker had like already looking like some Dragon Ball Z character. I'm just like, how the hell is this dude doing this? That is amazing. Like, I'm surprised he just doesn't do streams where all he does is just draw shit. He probably could get away with it. Maybe I ought to tell him that. 'Cause he's a nice dude. He's been polite to me. And then again, other than some of the streamers that I've had disagreements with of just, beliefs and whatnot, they've all been pretty cool about it. It's been fairly civil. Alright, let's go back to this. Damn it, wrong thing. This up for a second, and yeah. I will BRB because I gotta pee. BRB right quick. Oh, apologies to the no one watching. Just apparently all that stuff wanted to run through me right quick. Yeah, I've been working on some stuff, then I got the idea, so I'd go find some PNG images or whatnot, or just, try to find images of cartoon-esque cowboy hats, and a couple real ones, because eventually, with the avatar thing, I'm going to make a cowboy avatar. I haven't figured out how yet, but I'm going to do it. Complete with a single action army revolver and all. Well, I'd probably use my Ruger Vaquero, take a picture of it, and then do what I'm doing now of getting rid of all the background for it, so I can try to figure out how to put it on my character, put it on my avatar's hand once I figure out some of that stuff. But I figured since I'm doing this, I can just go ahead and do that. Yeah, because the goal is just to kind of make some silly things, so that way if I ever join anyone else's streams or I start doing more Twitch or something, I can go through and I have an exceptionally more avatars I can use. Maybe even one day I'll talk to like Full Metal Gherkin or something like that about what software he uses and exactly how he set up his virtual avatar, like Ghastly and them use as well, because it's not beyond me, but Jesus Christ, I have no idea. Keep doing this. Man, I wish this eraser, when it did that, would just auto fucking bring all of it just to gone, instead of having this whole thing of, oh, I'm gonna slowly take it away and unshade it. Because I have to use this as a smaller image, and then go through occasionally and save it, exit out of it, and be like, oh, let's go look at it so I can see how to get or it's like how much stuff is left. And like up here, where you can kind of see stuff. Like I went and made it blue because when I was doing the shit for my avatar originally, I couldn't find the white, so the easiest thing to do was to quite literally go through, and all the spots that were white was to dye them a different color, or to use the paint bucket. The only thing is, since it saved it as a JPEG and not a PNG like it was supposed to, any part that I had gotten rid of all the stuff to be transparent, it had refilled in with white on me, the bastard. So it's going through and redoing these real quick. Okay, bring you back up so I can redo some of these internal things to make sure these glasses are super dark. because when it comes to some of this shit, I'm a 15-year-old emo boy. And everything's gotta be dark and black and brutal like my soul isn't. But it's usually like I drink my regular hot coffee. When I get iced coffee, I'm kind of a basic bitch, and I have no issues with it. And I think the way things are going, since I know GolfCon is this weekend, and, you know, and that whole thing, I think I'm going to try to do another open stream next weekend. Or not next weekend, but next Friday. I'm only doing it today because it's like streaming today because I'm actually in a relatively good mood. I mean, granted, I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so that's always a bonus. Holy crap. Wow, when I look over at the OBS thing, I can see so many more of the colors that I can't see over here for some odd reason. Maybe this screen just sucks. Whoa, did not try to do that. And I was like, whoa. Eventually I might try just using some of the Discords and whatnot. See how well that actually comes through. Oh, grab a drink here real quick. Save file. Save as, make sure. PNG, save, yes. Okay. Get rid of you. Bring the eraser back again real quick. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of this white. Yeah, I found out one of the other easiest things for me to do was to go ahead and just reduce the image size, because you can do that in Paint.net. Like, I'm sure there's other, you know, like image editing software that's exponentially better. I'm pretty sure like Photoshop's exponentially better than this, but this is free and I'm cheap as shit when it comes to most of this stuff. For no reason. Mainly because I'd rather put that money towards something else. What? I don't know at the time frame, but it's just what I like to do. And this, it kind of gives me a bit better of an idea of like what I'm doing. And there's actually a lot of shit you can do with this. Like if you go over to Trippy's channel or like reach out to him on Twitter, I'm probably sure he'd answer. He's actually a pretty laid back dude as long as you're not being a complete jackass. But he could show you some of the stuff that is on there, or that it is. Like I still think he ought to just do fucking some streams of where he's like making avatars and shit for people. See, for me, for my avatar, I went and found a thing that had like several, you know, free to use images. Or, God, what was it called? Royalty free. And that whole thing, and it had like 9 of them or something. I tried going through a few of them, and I ended up deciding on the one that you see in front of you in the bottom left corner. And it was alright. Didn't have all the stuff in it. I've done some alterations to it enough to make sure that it's even more royalty free in a lot of ways. You know, it's like I've made enough alterations for it to be mine. Like the fact I gave it a lower jaw, it has the red eyes, because a lot of that wasn't there. And all of that shit I did here in Paint.net. Like the only thing I'd done before was used MS Paint just to remove it from the group like the rest of them did. Because yeah, the goal is to, I'll save that real quick, file, open. Goal is to eventually get it to where I can bring like this one and put that in the bottom left corner, but I want to have a cowboy hat on as well. Oh, excuse me. Because yeah, it took forever of getting shit. I ended up having to go back to my original one, which was a reduced size. This is a enlarged, if memory serves me correctly. That might not be. Yeah, it is. We can get out of you and go back to this. Sit here. Double check if there's anyone else. Nope, it's just me. I wonder if my coworker found my YouTube page when I told him about it. Had to make the joke, dude, I got like 6 subscribers. You better watch out. Someday I might have 10. I don't remember what the actual joke was. It was just me being a smart ass because it's what we do at work. He's the same one I got with the stupid old fucking dad joke of, hey, you know what time do you go to the dentist? And he's like, I don't know what. I'm like, 2:30? Tooth hurty? And he's like, how did I not get that one? And our other coworker Pete's just sitting there and he's just like, how did you not get that one? He's like, I knew it was coming. He's just like, yeah, I kind of figured that was coming. But just, I didn't, and I let it happen. You do that. Go down. Okay, go back to this. Keep going, keep going. Gonna end up putting some kind of douchey LMFAO style glasses on my avatar just because I want to be a jackass sometimes. And I figure it'd be fun. I can change things depending on like what game I'm doing or who I'm talking to. It's always just fun to have like several different things you can do for your avatar instead of just having one. Like I still feel kind of funny, or it's like not really funny, but kind of bad because it's just like, you know, when Jack Cochran decided he was going to go away from the current avatar he had, or the avatar he had, because pretty sure, I believe it was Lord Floofington is deceased and no longer with us, and he just didn't want to look at that picture anymore and have bad memories, and you know what, I can understand that. He made the new one, I'm pretty sure, with the extent purpose of it being bad. Actually, yeah, we're gonna leave that there. Is there anything else I want to talk about currently? Actually, no. Click on the pencil. There. Go back to the eraser. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is super exciting. But I mean, I had a decent workout today. Work wasn't so bad today. I mean, it's not where I want to be, but they put me in a place that technically I'm qualified in. Though it's not what I like to work for currently. But the person who had been liking working there got into a spat with the line lead, so he got put into another place as punishment. And there we go. Get that some of that nice big clear thing. So I will say the nice thing about paint.net is like you can have it that doing the long strokes like I am now, if I were to undo it, it'd do that whole long stroke, but if I go through here and do these individual clicks, it does all of them as an individual thing, so it makes it a little easier when you make minor mistakes if you're trying to be more precise. But like I said, I'm pretty sure there's, like I said in my one tweet, which I didn't reference earlier, I'm pretty sure there is exponentially better file or image editing software But this one was absolutely free. Doesn't really doesn't have, I shouldn't say doesn't really. It does not have any ads. It's like MS Paint on roids. And I got mad respect for that. Like, I know there's probably some other YouTubers and like Twitch streamers who be like, you use that, sacre bleu. And it's like, yeah, cause I'm cheap. Like, I'm not even going the yo ho ho way. Oh, there was some ones I missed. And then, yeah, since again I'm talking to nobody, it's actually kind of strange. For some odd reason, I'm pretty sure the song is called Dance Magic. You know, that was in The Labyrinth, starring David Bowie's Junk, co-starring David Bowie. Because I want to say AP, Adonis Paul, had made a parody of that for something with someone. And that Johnny Bonsacco played it. That song has just been getting stuck in my head randomly at work. And I would just go ahead and sing it here, but my folks are asleep and I don't feel like being a complete douchebag to them. God, I cannot wait for the 29th and I get my own place again. I know some people have been like, oh my God, you're a 36-year-old dude and you live at home with your folks. Well, yeah. You know, for the women that want to bitch about that, I'm pretty sure you're the type of woman that doesn't want to, you know, date a guy because he lives with his folks. But you'll probably gladly try to date a guy who lives with his wife. I'm sorry, especially, I'm not sorry. In this current climate, bitching at someone staying, it's like living with their parents because of whatever reason. It might just be because they're lazy. Mine was because I got out of the military and was looking at doing some different things, and well, things just did not go the way I planned. Was trying to be a conservation officer, and just with the fact of my age, they don't want me. I've come to that good realization, and with a lot of the other shit law enforcement's been doing, it's like, oh God, I really don't want to do that anymore, and I just want to get a job with the USPS. Put the 12 years I had in the United States Air Force in, so I can work like 8 or 18 years or something and get 30 years, either 20 or 30 years retirement. And then just get a different part-time job to pay bills, unless I win the lotto. And I play enough to, you know, actually, damn it, use that statement. You know, not doing the, pulling the, what was it, the schmeckle or something, schmeckle, schmooly, that Polydub's joke was. That was actually pretty good. I was like, I love good religious jokes. So the best one I have actually wasn't a religious joke, so to speak. Well, it was a religious joke, but it's more of one of those kind of you had to be there. So my second deployment in 2013, again, I was working an office job like the original Into the Void. I talked about how I was there during the Quran burning incident. 2013, there was another thing that happened that you can find online of a cargo plane crashing, and yes, I was there for that. I did not see the crash, and I did not see the wreckage. Oh, what's up, Johnny? I keep looking to see if you're going to be online to play any Phasmophobia, because that shit was fun, but I don't want to play that shit by myself. So I was just messing with the avatar stuff. If you saw that on Twitter, I got the monocle and the mustache. Here, if you haven't seen it, open. Boom. I'm just eventually going to work it so that way I can have this all be transparent. And also get a cowboy hat. And back to this. Okay, my second deployment. Yeah. So my second deployment, I was working out with this fuels guy for C-130s because I worked an office job. And we went to the gym and we'd occasionally meet up with these two ammo guys and like with whatever they were doing. Then we'd walk back to our camp because we got to go in at least a pair because you got to have that battle battle buddy, not T, no, buddy. Well, one day as we're going to go back, some guy goes, "Hey man, can I join you going back to said camp that we lived at?" We turned around to see who it was, and he's someone we'd all seen. We've seen he had the correct identification before he was supposed to, so we knew he was good. Otherwise, we'd have told him basically to get bent. We're like, "Yeah, man, why not? Come join us." We're just, walking, talking, BSing. Some of us are sore. And as we're going, this car, minivan, and when I say minivan, not like an American minivan, like if you've seen a Japanese minivan type thing, it's that sort of minivan. It was basically a like box car. It's got security forces, so the Air Force, military police or police department, and they are just stacked so much that it seemed like if one of them sneezes or coughs, someone's getting kneed in the nuts. And I don't remember who made the joke about it being a clown car. And we're all laughing. The guy that joined us, he's laughing, except for one of the ammo guys. One of the ammo guys is just standing there. He's just kind of, as we're walking, he's just kind of mean mugging as we left the camp to go back to the one camp we could work out at, to go to the other camp where we lived. And his buddy, the other ammo guy, was just like, "Come on, man, laugh. That joke is funny. It's you got to live a little and have some fun." And he's still just mean mugging, and I just turned without missing a beat, put my hand on his shoulder and went, "Come on, guys, this man is Catholic. He has to be extra miserable to guarantee his place in heaven." Now, this joke normally works a bit, or I should say joke, but the story usually works a bit better when you have other people there, so that way you can kind of see what their reaction is. And that whole thing, because then you can usually set your hand on their shoulder and everything, which makes it exponentially more fun. But we get done with that, and the guy that joined us, he's damn near on the fucking ground rolling. So we have fun with it and finish walking back, get to the camp, go our separate ways. I think I went and had a cigarette because I was still a smoker at the time. And the next day we go to work. And the fucking fuels guy contacts me. He's like, "Yo, that guy that joined us was is a chaplain's assistant." Now, basically he's not an officer. He's still enlisted, but he works with the clergy. And it's like, well, I'm not apologizing. Super cool dude. He's the one who I got my idea for, my belief for why I work out. Basically to justify eating like a trash can. And go here. Yeah, well, if you're still there, Johnny, how you been? Shit, if you want, we could jump in the Discord chat. You can bullshit alongside me. Wait, can people already comment on this thing? I guess so somehow. I'll fuck with that later. Back to this. I guess someone I am looking forward to moving. I all of a sudden saw, it's like, oh, someone left a comment on your stream, like the looking forward, or good luck on moving, which, oh, listening to stream. I don't know how a comment was left. Like, oh, son of a bitch, no. No, I clicked on the pencil. So many pixels. All of you. We're gonna do a save real quick. Go to stream stuff, avatar stuff. How's this looking? It's slowly getting there. I got other shit to do again. Oh. Someone listened to my old stream. Oh, awesome. Cool. I will have to reply to that later. I need to continue talking to myself. And where you go there. Oh, I am so looking forward to moving, because once I move I can actually set up a routine, a full routine again. I am going to hate myself in a lot of ways, but it needs to happen. Gonna get some cardio back in there, get back to running every other day. Gotta find a new gym, because I'm gonna take like 2 weeks off the gym, find a new one, and, well, move into my place. Oh. Since I won't have to worry about my folks sleeping when I go to do things, like I said, I can do the cardio before work as long as I, son of a bitch, don't have to go into work early for overtime. And then as long as I don't have to go into work early, I'm also going to find some things and start practicing guitar to do like my eighth attempt at trying to learn the damn instrument. Like, I'm still pretty sure I've got like the one really shitty 3-chord, like 2-minute song or something that's just like me going back. It's not even 3-chord or 2 minutes. I think it's like 30 seconds. It's actually pretty cool because a buddy of mine was able to put some effects over it. Johnny, if you're still listening, what file editing or well, image editing software do you use? Do you use Photoshop like a lot of people? Because, dude, I've seen some of your photos and it's just like, how the hell do you do that, man? I just assume most people use Photoshop and like took a class on it or some shit. Ball and chain. Yeah, my first guitar thing was some weird ass transitioning thing I was trying to do because my hands fucked. You use Photoshop? Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like paying for a service. Hell, I think the only service I pay for is Amazon Prime, and I just use that for the shipping. Oh, I'm pretty sure that there's good YouTube tutorials and everything. I'm probably sure there... Oh, for guitar. I'm probably pretty sure there's YouTube tutorials for this that I'm doing. Like, I don't know if you talk to... Trippy Poop or Trippy Cast or whatever. The shit I've seen him do with this, with Paint.net, is ridiculous. I've looked into that, you know, to get things from completely, as a Polydub would say, completely legitimate websites. And I've also seen the alternatives. I think I have it saved somewhere. It's just, with currently, you know, not using live or real photos or anything, this works fine for me. It forces me to do something. I just wish getting rid of the stuff to make it transparent was easier. Because as you've seen, I've had to go through and redo some shit. Okay, so we can slide you over here. And you son of a bitch. And as you can see, you get too close to things and it starts fucking shit up. There we go. There we go. Yeah, yo-hoing is how I got a lot of video files, we'll call them, of the non-pornographic kind. I actually got a lot of them for my first deployment because they gave us access to a huge-ass hard drive with it. Yeah, Humble... I had a friend tell me about Humble Bumble. I always forget to check Humble Bumble for anything. I mean, shit. Other than the fucking webcomics I actually keep up with, I forget about most things. It's slowly getting there. I keep forgetting that tomorrow is Friday and most of the people have to work, and I've got every Friday off in October because I decided to take vacation for it. Otherwise, any plans for the weekend? You gonna be watching Gulf City for GolfCon and whatnot? Oh hell, how long have I even been going? Oh, almost 40 minutes. Oh, you don't watch Golf City? Yeah, I forgot. There's a lot of y'all that got kids. But that's good. You get to have your kids, spend time with them. That's always a good thing. Yeah, I've got quite a few friends with kids. It's like I'm one of the few in my graduating class that's like not married or divorced and doesn't have kids. Yeah, half the time for Gulf City, I should just say Gulf City, anything on Twitch, I pretty much just turn the volume down so that way it's barely on and they can still get the view and I'm doing whatever else I'm doing. Because that's the bullshit for Twitch of how they're like, oh, you have to have volume to have the view, and it's like, how the hell does your system know if it's got volume or not? That's fucking crazy. I'm glad YouTube doesn't do that. Because I have a couple times for like some YouTubers like Jack Cochran thrown on a playlist and had to go do something else for a minute or for a while and maybe forgot to pause the playlist and let it keep going so he got the watch time. Well, I will say if you don't have any plans next Friday, probably around like 2:30 p.m., 3 o'clock, I'm looking at using StreamYards for an open stream just to see if anyone wants to jump online and bullshit. Ah, damn it. Oh. Yeah, pretty sure this is, really wild stuff. Watching someone repeatedly click their mouse so that way they can start making something transparent. Like, I should actually probably look up more stuff to talk about. I mean, I could ramble about bullshit, like guns and stuff, but then it's all dependent on who's actually going to want to listen to that. Some might. Again, a lot of those are better conversations to have with someone. That, or I just think they're better conversations to have with someone. Oh. Yeah, depending on what you like for a shift. Getting an earlier shift can be nice. I switched from third to second. Mainly so if I was actually going to, talk to my folks at all, it was easier to talk to them or see them on the weekend and everything, because I'm a person that doesn't change my shift. Save that. We're going to exit out of that for a moment so I can open this shit up. Oh, 8:30 to 4:30 shift. Set that there, bring you back up, and reopen this. Yeah, my actual shift is like 3 to 11. But I thought I'd throw it out there. I think Hubris is going to be joining at some point. My last open stream I did, I got to talk to Pinky Salmon. She's really cool. Also an extremely good singer. So hopefully get rid of all this extra little white spots that I fucking missed. Yeah, I gotta open a picture of it. Yeah, that's always nice. I work in a factory that does everything 24 hours a day. Well, other than Saturday and Sunday, usually. And all just depend on what spot you're working, can depend on how shitty it is. For the image editor, paint.net. Trippycast is the one who, since that's what his YouTube channel is the one who got me into it. That's how, like I said, or it's like I said earlier, that I was able to take my avatar and give him a bottom jaw. I was able to go and take the one part of the jaw and then copy it and flip it over, which I probably could have done on other stuff, but it worked a little bit better on here than it did on other stuff. No pencil. Yeah, I think I might try my luck on Twitch next and try some gaming on there. I just don't know what I want to game. Think I might bust out my PS2 emulator and play some odd games that I haven't really seen a lot of other people play. Oh, I can see the blue there. Yeah, I've at least found for this, with a lot of them, since they tend to do the white, I found it's easiest to, use the paint can and change any of the colors that were white to a different color, because then I can usually see the shaded parts better. And then I just end up having to open up the image in a regular picture thing, so that way I can zoom in and see the little spots I missed, so I can go and go over it again. This shit was a pain in the ass, but it helps. And since nobody else was streaming, I was like, why the hell not? Yeah, we'll do that one. And then pencil. Bop, bop, bop. And there we go. Yeah, this is probably like way more in depth than it should be for a lot of stuff. See you in like a retail job, not asking what your actual job is, but pencil. Because when you're saying, you know, it's like, oh, the last couple hours be pretty calm, it's like, yeah, that I wouldn't think it's a retail job. Around 4:30 is when shit starts popping off, because that's a lot of people going home from work. Duh. Oh God. That's got to be fun. Customer insurance for an insurance company. Like car insurance or medical insurance? Because I know this might sound mean, but I do think medical insurance should be abolished, and they should actually go back to single payer, so that way, they can legitimately make prices competitive for medical and actually make shit better. Medical? Oh, I am sorry. I have a great disdain for your insurance. Predominantly because so much of the medical insurance industry is like, oh no, we're not your like, they don't really want to pay for shit. It's like, what the fuck am I paying for you then? Yeah, luckily I haven't had to really do anything with mine. Although I should use my medical insurance and go have a cyst removed off my dome. It'll be like the fucking fourth one. Or fifth one or something. God, they're annoying. Dun, 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 dun. What else sounds like a good topic I could ramble on about for a bit? And go away from my disdain for, well, a lot of insurance companies in general. Oh, I can see it's both ways because for like the whole medical as well, if you go through and have a procedure done, even if it's just a visit and you get a band-aid, they don't charge you for a single band-aid, they charge you for a box of band-aids. Like, you could be an asshole to a fucking doctor his office, like if you have a small like minor surgery, you've been like, okay, hey, you have in here a knife, where's the knife? I want to keep it. It was used on my body, I should get to keep it. Oh, you used a band-aid, well, here, I've got band-aids in my car, here's one to replace it, you can knock that off my bill. Yeah. See, that's why I really would love to see medical just go to the single pay. Here's what each procedure costs. If we went to that, we could get rid of a lot of the bullshit with the medical field. I mean, granted though, we'd also have to get rid of a lot of like malpractice insurance, which would mean some more people would die. Because I want to say, I can't remember when it was, but like way back when in California doctors went on strike for something and the mortality rate decreased by like 300% for the time they were on strike. If memory serves me correctly. Yay, another spot cleared up. My douchey glasses are coming together. So I'll switch to this real quick. Yeah, that's a lot of systems. And then you've also got because of the Republicans and predominantly Obama, since he was really in league with the insurance companies, that shit's been ingrained. That's why it was always fun talking with someone when they're like, oh, we should have health insurance like the military. It's like, you don't want health insurance like the military. I later found out after the cyst got removed from my wrist that it wrapped around my wrist 270 degrees. And I dealt with it for years. When I first went to the doctor to see him about it, quite literally they asked me if I could just ignore it and not use my hand. Yeah, I could see that, doing like what Mr. Incredible did in the first Incredibles movie. Yeah, I know, quoting a Pixar movie. You know, depending on the person and whether or not they're just being a giant D-bag or something. But to help people out. And of course, because for some odd reason, when I talk this much, I've got to use the restroom more. God damn it. Hate that shit. Well, I almost want to say, Johnny, you want to play some Phasmophobia? You can get a stream started. I'll keep mine going. Just add the game thing to the OBS. Oh shit, it's like fucking... Yeah, I was like, I gotta go to bed pretty soon as well, just because it's getting past my normal bedtime. Take it easy, man. I'll probably keep going for like another 10 minutes or so until I really gotta go use the restroom. We'll have to play some games again sometime. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna need to make like an intermission scene. Hey man, it happens. Like, we got life. I won't say you got one of them real jobs, but we got them regular 9-to-5 style jobs. And bills take precedent. And since you know you're gonna have your kids, you know, they take precedent over playing some video games with some people online. You have a good night, man, and hopefully work goes well and you enjoy your time with your boys. There. Yeah. Bow. Dun, 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 dun. Pencil back on. Bop, 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 up. Well, because of a video I watched and that whole thing, it's like hopefully work will hold its horses so it'll be stable. Because apparently that's why they tell people to hold their horses, so you'll be stable. It's like, wow, I feel kind of dumb. Kind of like they say, you know, be there, be square, because you won't be around. Oh crap, well, I'm gonna throw it to this for a second, and I gotta go use the restroom, damn it. And I have no music to play in the background. Oh, screw it. Whew, yeah, I need to make like an intermission scene. Go back to this one. You know, for some odd reason, I feel like talking guns, so I'm going to talk guns for a little bit. I watched a video earlier today before work from, what was his name? Change tabs, damn it. Heg Shot 87. And his whole thing was, it was the part 2 of, guns he didn't really see the reason to buy or own for a carry gun. And it got me into the thought process of like the utilitarian carry, because there's a lot of people like, oh, I only look at this as a utilitarian. If things go down because of like without rule of law, because of a natural disaster or something or other, they go with utilitarian carry. And it's like, well, if you're gonna do that, what you really need to do is find out what your local PD and your state police are carrying, the ones that you're going to see the most, because if something happens to them, and you come across, because of how things are going, a body and need to protect yourself, you can use their firearm easily, or potentially use their mags in your firearm. And a lot of people don't think about that, because two of his guns for that were the Glock 19 and the Glock 26. And really, it's like, if you're looking at your daily carry for most people, they don't make a whole lot of sense. They're a bit big and bulky, but it falls into that whole thing of if that's what you're looking at. The Glock 26, what's nice about it is if you're going to carry it, you can use a Glock 26 mag, you can use a Glock 19 mag, and you can use Glock 17 mag. You can always go that one up, or one down in number technically, since the numbers are the model of it. Holy shit, it's actually a little chilly in my room. Oh, God, trying to get that one big shiver. So it's like the Glock 26 would actually, or the G26 would actually probably be one of the better ones to go with, considering the fact it's, going to be able to take the 15 round mags, the 17 round mags. So since it can take all of those, you've kind of upped what you can do. Plus, if need be as well, you can always throw the 33 round mag into it. And say, but then that all depends as well. Maybe maybe your local PD and your state police, they don't carry the Glocks anymore. They carry the 320. So it'd be smarter to go with a 320, probably the carry size that takes the 15 round mag, because any mags bigger than that you'll be able to use in your firearm. The next thing's most likely going to be an AR, and then it's just find out whether it's a 5.56 or a 300 blackout, because some places might use a 300 blackout. Probably not too many. Damn. Soda's empty. Go to some water. Oh. My shaker still has remnants of pre-workout taste to it. I will need to clean that tomorrow. Oh. But we're slowly getting through this thing. Yeah, for carrying a firearm, it always depends on like what you plan to do with it. Well, not really what you plan to do with it, but like what you're comfortable with carrying, what you can shoot effectively. But if you are going to look into that whole thing of what some folks have been like, oh, you know, I don't use the term gray man because I just think that shit's retarded anymore. Because normally the gray man actually has a uniform of like wearing khaki pants and a fucking vest. Which the vest is a good idea because you can put a lot of shit in there, but it's like you don't really blend in when you have a uniform. And the idea or thought process for a gray man is someone who blends into the crowd. Yeah, some people just don't understand that. I mean, granted, other than maybe like some people, majority of the like the easiest way to get around that is to just carry a film, like a camera, because so many of the vests that would do so good for that are a fucking a camera vest. So if you have a camera, you just look like some douche with a camera, or that you do weddings or some shit. And hell, if you do that on the side, or it's like if you already do that anyways, even better. But you probably won't have room for your firearm stuff with all the camera stuff. Getting so close. Oh, pencil. Dang it. And put that one as well. This up to 3 just to make it go a little faster. Do this one. Ba-da-ba. Yeah, like I probably ought to look at some actual things to not just say, but to have topics to talk about, because that could actually make the replay value better. Because, well, at least in my opinion, some, well, from what I've seen, mostly like open style streams are not the best for a replay value. You know, something like Ranting Monkey or the AAA with Drunken Uncle and Polydub, it's exponentially a better thing for replay value, since they are a bit more structured. And well, I say a bit. Like I would say the AAA is more structured than Ranting Monkey. Ranting Monkey just goes off and goes on odd tangents. But that happens. You know, and some people are good to listen to even when you're not listening to them live. Not everyone's that way. Some people just don't have that replay quality, or watching it on the replay. At least from the comment I got, and some of the things it sounds like some people think I somewhat do. You know, just luckily I haven't been told, hey, you're the type of person that has a face for radio. That is an old joke. Let's save this. Okay. Let's take a look at you. Bring you over here. Get rid of you. Oh wow, that's not bad. I will still have more to fucking go in and focus on. We'll exit that. I think I'll go for a little bit while longer. Let's jump on here, see this. See, is anyone, oh, just me live. That's the only thing that's shitty, is like some of these topics that I think of to talk about, I get done with them so fast on stream. It's like if I'm going to try to talk about them on stream, but at work, I will just, or even in my car on the way to work, I just fucking go on like a god, like I'm droning on about shit. I don't understand myself sometimes. I don't know if it's just like nerves or whatnot. Yeah, dang it. No, the pencil. Good lord. So I probably should have just done a display capture so that way anyone who's watching could legitimately see what I'm doing. Like if I do this and we'll say display capture. Okay. No. You. Okay. And then we'll slide you down. Get rid of that one. Yeah, because then you can see the layers, which I've only got the one background. Real time, folks. Real time. And it's weird because, like, since I've helped out at a gun store as well, you know, I don't know what it is about being online. If it's just, seems like sometimes when I get on here to do this shit, my brain just wants to shut off. It's just like, yeah, I'm clocking out, bro. Adjustments, effects, no layers, image, edit, file. So we'll put keep the hardiness up. Because that seems to be working a bit better. Whoa. No. Go to here. Yeah, I think part of the thing is my brain just wants to shut off sometimes, and since I'm sitting here also doing something else on top of it, it's wanting to focus in on what I'm doing, which is weird because there are a lot of times I can multitask and talk. Apparently not using a mouse. Or doing this. Talking and streaming, because I've been able to play video games and talk to people before while on a stream. Saver. Take a look. That seems to be doing exponentially better. Go back to you again. Go over here. Doing some of this in a bit faster way. This will probably come back and bite me in the ass. It usually does. And here works. Yep. Super great content right here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out an actual like story or something and just like bring it up and talk about it. But I just don't have anything in what I want to talk. It's like in the stuff I did talk about, I guess I just kind of don't care as much at the moment. Oh, God, that's messing with my hand. To those two. Just working on getting this outline. Bring you back up. there. Keep going to make this thing transparent. Let's bump this up to a 2. Just have to go through and do that a little more. Yeah, I will say for anyone who's listening in the future, if you listen to in the are listening to in the future, be prepared. Once I do get my own place again, you will probably hear some terrible, terrible singing. Because I am going to start sitting down to practice guitar, and I am going to start singing just because, well, why not? Anyone can sing, it's just, can you sing well? Going through. Grab this, because there's some ones that didn't get done. Good Lord, just... You would think some of these things would not have pixels that were different shades, but they quite literally are. Nope, I need this one. Going through. Gonna make this. Yeah, like you can already hear little bits of what could be songs. Singing what I'm doing for no reason. Well, kind of singing what I'm doing. Jesus Christ, feel. Shit. Undo. Okay. It's the only thing I hate about this thing. Sometimes they don't want to do that. Oh. That always throws you off. Well, you know, I think I'm going to have to go through and... Oh shit, it's almost 2:40. Yeah, I am going to call it a night here. So, I know Johnny's already gone to bed. Appreciate you stopping by, man. I had fun gaming with you. Like I said, we'll have to do it again sometime. Be on the lookout for me on Twitch. It should be underneath this. It'll be underneath the same name. I'll have to start throwing that in the description. I'm probably gonna play some PS1, PS2 era games, if not like some PSP ones that I have. I might just throw on some Borderlands 3 or Borderlands 2. I haven't decided yet. Still trying to figure some of the stuff out. But if it's your weekend, I hope you have a good weekend. If it's not your weekend, I hope when it gets to your weekend, you have a good weekend. I'm hopefully once I get my own place again, we'll have less of an erotic. I'm gonna have less of an erotic schedule. Anyone else have that erotic schedule? Erratic. Oh, good Lord. Sometimes I just can't talk properly. But hopefully you have a good weekend. And if you have to, just to kind of get things off your chest, sometimes you just gotta talk into the void. I'm trying to figure out an ending thing, kind of like the like, share, subscribe type thing that everyone says, you know, Ranty Monkey has. Your life makes me sad. Unless it's his live streams, then he sings. And he usually sings about his genitalia. But I'm going to do something with the void. And that whole thing, since it's become my shtick. Well, not really my shtick, but I decided I was going to use the void. So, You know, sometimes it's what you have to do. You just have to sit there and you have to talk to no one but the void. Because the void will listen. The void usually does not care, but the void listens. So for me and mine, which is actually nobody, really, unless you want to count my guns as kids. Like I said, I hope you have a good weekend. Get outside, touch some grass. You know, maybe flirt with your spouse or someone that's willing to. And hopefully all goes well for you. And on that note, I hope you all have a good day.